The little princess went around the table with quick, short, swaying steps. So basically, she went around the table with quick. So quick because she probably can't go. She can't like walk very big steps because she's pregnant. Yeah. So she walks with quick, short steps. Yeah. Swaying means like she goes back and forth, right? She doesn't. She
back and forth.
Yeah, because she has one. She says here her work bag on one arm, and gaily spreading out her dress, sat down on a sofa near the silver samovar. As if she was doing, as if all she was doing was a pleasure to herself and to all around her. So it's kind of very okay. Again, I'm gonna stop here because it's very interesting how the author says this. It's actually this whole part is actually very interesting how he describes someone. Okay.
Can you explain a little bit?
Sure. All that happens is that all this happens is that she's walking around somewhere and she's gonna sit somewhere. That's all that's gonna happen, right? There's nothing else.
Walk around and sit down.
That's all it is. But the author obviously doesn't say that. He says a lot more. Okay. So I want you to sort of analyze. Okay, it doesn't matter. She's carrying something on her arm. And gaily spreading out her dress, so she's like opening, like because you need to go around, so you need to maybe spraying around because she needs to sit down, so you need to like open her dress.
Spreading out her dress. What does gaily mean?
Gaily means happily
open her dress, sit down on the sofa near the.
So there's another place. Silver samovar could be another furniture or whatever. Right.
As if
she was doing. As if she was, as if. All she was doing was a pleasure to herself and to all around her. So,
let's see. All she was doing was a pleasure to herself.
Okay, she's not doing much. She's walking around the table.
Around and sit down.
She's carrying something in her arm.
Yes.
She's spreading out her dress and sitting down on a sofa. That's all she's doing. But again, the author says she was doing all of these as if she was doing it with if all she was doing was a pleasure. It's like as if saying, what he's saying is that he's doing all of this appears that she was whatever she was doing was very, very pleasing to her. She enjoyed doing that, like the simple thing, just walking around, carrying something, sitting down, as if whatever she was doing was actually a pleasure to her
and to all around her.
Now that's interesting too, but let's not worry about the all around her.
So as if means looks like
the way that she was doing all this. So that's as if.
Why you think it's special? I think it's very normal, right?
Why do you do that? Let me ask you. When you do something simple, like even sitting down somewhere, do you feel pleasure when you're sitting down? No, you don't. Right? There's a chair. I'm just gonna go sit down there, right? Do you like when you go to open a door? Do you go, oh, I like opening the door? Do you do that? No, you don't do that. This is saying she doing this simple thing. She's doing like, oh, I'm doing like it was a very pleasure to. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy just going around, open, sitting down. I enjoy doing this. Right?
Very happy.
Yeah, to herself and not only pleasure to herself but to all. So that's the other part. Was she trying to please other people? So for sure it's a pleasant to her.
It's all around her. She think he do all those things will pleasure the people around her, or
that's a good question. So we're not very clear here. I'm thinking that she was just doing for herself pleasure, but it turns out because she was doing everything for her pleasure, other people also feel pleasure too.
But she knows she.
No, I don't think this is saying that, and I don't want to say that for sure, but I'm gonna just guess here that.
What are you guessing?
My guessing is that she just does those naturally. She just enjoys it, makes sure that she's pleasurable to her, and the people who see her doing it, that's quite nice too, right? So I actually enjoy watching you doing this simple stuff. Basically, imagine again, the author is very careful about how he says it. He went around the table with quick short, swaying steps, kind of like a little duck. Right, tung 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 tung, and then she's carrying something and gaily, spreading her thing and sitting down, kind of like very kind of cute kind of thing, right? But anyway, it's just very interesting. Again, the author describes something with not too many words and makes you feel special about these simple things. So that's what I like about it, right? Like you read something like this, right? Okay.
Can we continue?
Just a little bit more. I have brought my work, so she said in French, displaying her bag and addressing all present. So she's actually talking to everyone as if everybody's listening to her. So you have to that's very interesting when you hear, right? It says, I brought my work, displaying her bag and addressing all present.
Said she in French?
Yeah, that's fine. She talks in French here. Displaying her bag and addressing all present. Mind, Annette, I hope you have not played a wicked trick on me, she added, turning to her hostess. You wrote that it was to be quite a small reception, and just see how badly I am dressed. And she spread out her arms to show her short-waisted, lace-trimmed, dainty gray dress, girdled with a broad ribbon just below the breast. So basically, she's saying that she said that, hey, maybe you played a trick on me, right? Because she thought it's going to be a very small gathering.
Yeah.
So obviously it's not a small gathering, number one, right? A lot of people are there, and then she's complaining to Anna, hey, I thought it was small.
Turning to her hostess, Anna,
right.
Yeah. You wrote that it was quite small.
Yeah, you wrote that it was quite small, but look, I didn't dress up. She didn't dress up for it.
She thinks she dressed badly.
Yes, so she spread out her arms to show her short-waisted, lace-trimmed, dainty green. So
short-waisted means.
So maybe it doesn't reach. Maybe that's a good question. Short-waisted could be many things. It could mean that it doesn't reach all the way down her legs. It could mean that way.
You mean the short?
The dress.
The dress.
So maybe show some of her legs or something, right? And then
lace trim.
Yeah, and then also girdled with a broad ribbon just below her breast. So maybe she has some large ribbon.
What the ribbon?
Ribbon is just like a scarf. Right?
Yeah.
So it's not a scarf. It's kind of like soft, kind of as big as a scarf, but you tie a bow on it.
Oh.
Just a bow, but like hanging here or something, right? Hanging just below her breast.
Just below her breast.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Can we just stop here? Okay.
Sure.
Okay. See you.